Good morning. Welcome to Thursday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist. Here with some words to get us going, and I love these words because they fit right in with one of my philosophies of life that I've shared abundantly with all of you. And so here's going to be our reminder, because sometimes we slip away from what we already know, and we need a little bit of a tune-up or a reminder. So, our card for today comes from the Mike Dooley deck, Notes from the Universe on Abundance. And if you don't get his daily Tut from the Universe, T-U-T, it's free. Sign up. It's little thought-provoking comments as if the universe is talking to you, and really helpful in terms of shifting your perspective and getting you back on track. So, Notes from the Universe on Abundance, that's what we're talking about today. And the card is this beautiful waterfall. Gorgeous waterfall. So, a couple of nice deep breaths just to settle in. Open ourselves up to this message, which I'm telling you is an important message. And as I was out walking TJ this morning at 5, I really had that feeling of connection with the universe, like the universe was talking to me. So these would certainly be words that the universe would share. It was very getting warm and very wet. There's standing water everywhere, so it's kind of like walking around in a terrarium. But pretty cool, because that connection to the universe, to all that is, felt very strong this morning. So here are our words for today. Welcome to whomever just popped on. Mara, perfect timing. We're just about to hit the card. Here's our beautiful waterfall for today. It's from Mike Dooley, Notes from the Universe on Abundance. And it says, you wondering how would be as silly as me wondering why. I don't, and neither should you. I mean, let's not be that crazy. The universe. So, what this is saying is we are not to worry about how. How is not our problem. That's what I always say. How is not our problem. Why is what we need to focus on, and let the universe focus on the hows. So when we say, I would like to find the funding to go back to school because, here's our why, because I feel like I have more to offer, but I don't have the vehicle to do so, and school, this degree would get me there. There's your why. Good morning, Beth. You play up the why. You focus on your why. Not just because that spurs the universe to action, dealing with the how, but because it keeps you moving forward even when things get difficult. When your why is big enough, the hows will take care of themselves. When your why is big enough, the hows will take care of themselves. Good morning, Deb. Glad you are here. So let me give you an example of that. And this is an older example, but there's myriad examples. So I went to this training at the National Institute for the Clinical Application of Behavioral Medicine. Nick of them. And this was way before COVID was ever an issue, and it was on Hilton Head Island. Beautiful location. Walked in onto the grounds where this was, and immediately felt like I had come home. This was my place. These were my people. All right. It was just a really strong feeling, because I'd spent many years surrounded by people who just didn't get me. Just didn't get me. Okay, yeah, she's that kind of strange wingnut that, yeah, believes all kinds of woo-woo stuff. So, amongst a group of my people, there was one person I wanted to hear speak. I can't even remember who it was at this point. It might have been Marianne Williamson, or I'm not sure. It might have been Carolyn Meese, I don't know. Anyway, I got there, and I was running a little late, and I got to the door, and I'm not a late person. I am the 10 minutes early girl. Those of you who've gone places with me know that. Got there, and the venue was full. They wouldn't let anybody else in. I was so upset. That was the whole reason I had gone to this gig in the first place. So I'm wandering around, I'm stomping around, and I'm like, well, I'm here, I've paid my however much it was, I might as well pick someone else out. So there was another room right there, and I walked in, and it was maybe 3/4 full. Picked a seat in the back. I'm still fuming. And the speaker was what the white girl considered late in starting. He's native. So he's very, very unassuming man. Louis Mail Madrona. Lovely soul. Lovely soul. And he walks to the front of the room, and he climbs up on the stage, and he surveys our group, and he says, I feel like we need a healing on the beach tonight. And my ears perked up. And I thought, that sounds interesting. And he goes, but all of my stuff didn't come with me. So I don't have my drums, I don't have my tobacco, I don't have my rattles, I don't have any of my stuff. And someone in the crowd said, I have drums. And someone else said, I have sage and tobacco. And someone else said, all the things that were needed were taken care of. And he very much had that energy of trusting that the universe would provide. He didn't waste time on the hows. He just put out there what was needed. Good morning, Joe. And the hows took care of themselves in the manner of people from the audience saying, I have this, I have that, I have whatever else you need. And so we did have a healing on the beach that night, and it was amazing. I'm sure if you think about it, Deb says this reading is so awesome. I agree. I was so excited when I pulled this card. If you think back about your life, I think you will find that there are many times when you had no idea how something was going to happen. But your why was clear. And the hows took care of themselves. The universe took care of the hows. So, again, I exhort us to practice, 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 letting go of it. If you haven't yet read Tosha Silver's Outrageous Openness, please do, because she espouses this philosophy tenfold, that the universe, the divine right solution is already picked. It's on its way to you in divine right timing. It will show up in divine right order. It's already a done deal, you guys. Already a done deal. So we need to practice that. Okay, I'm turning this over. That's the whole purpose for the God jar. Putting your little slips of paper of the things that you have no idea how to solve into the God jar and letting it go. Letting it go. Because when we hang on to it and ruminate, 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 we gum up the works. We make it harder for spirit to work the miracles. All right? And if you are a journaler, go back through your journals. You will find instance after instance after instance where this has occurred. The reason I think it's important, excuse me, dry mouth, to have that record. Good morning, Dawnine. That record of these miracles is because our subconscious mind wants us to not remember them. And you may say, well, why would our subconscious mind not want us to remember the times when we let go of the hows and the problem was solved by the universe? The reason our subconscious mind does not want us to do that is because our subconscious mind does not like change, does not want change, shoves away change, tries to avoid it, brings us up short right before that solution shows up, etc., etc. And our subconscious mind isn't doing this out of malice. It is doing this out of old survival beliefs that when we were cavemen, it didn't serve us to have change in our environment. When there was change, it most often was a harbinger of danger, right? So everything's going along just fine, and all of a sudden the saber-toothed tiger is coming into the scene. Change was not a good thing. Change now oftentimes is a very good thing. However, our brains haven't morphed, evolved enough to register that. Good morning, Pat. So our subconscious mind still hangs on to that idea that change is dangerous, which is crap, And we can put our conscious mind to the belief that change is invited, is good, is positive, moves us along our evolutionary path. But again, remember, your subconscious mind is massive compared to your conscious mind. So it's kind of like David fighting Goliath. Note who won there. But we can do all manner of things that help us move in the direction of letting go of how, turning that over to the universe. And it was said a little cheekily in The Secret where, I can't remember who was talking about it, one of the guys who was presenting on The Secret, but basically he was saying, you put in your order with the universe and then you let it go. You don't ever go back and put the order in again and again and again. You trust that the order you've put in will be delivered, right? Amazon's going to show up out front, drop it off, there you are. So we need to practice that diligently. When there's something we don't know how to resolve, or it seems like it's out of our hands to resolve, none of the solutions we can come up with are sufficient, okay? Put it in the God jar. Let it go. Turn it over to the universe. I like the God jar because it's tangible. You know, okay, I'm putting this thing in here, done deal. And then every time I start to fret about it again, no, it's in the jar. It's a done deal. It's taken care of. The divine right solution is already on its way in divine right timing. A la Tosha Silver, all right? So here's our card again. First, I'm going to show you the beautiful waterfall. I can almost hear it. You wondering how would be as silly as me wondering why. I don't, and neither should you. I mean, let's not be that crazy. The universe. We're releasing how. Today, our mission, should you choose to accept it, is we are releasing how. How is not our problem. We are going to focus on why. Why this particular thing would be a good deal, good idea, good outcome, whatever. While realizing we may not have the whole picture. From our limited human perspective, yes, that may seem like the ideal outcome. From the universe's vast perspective, the expanded consciousness into that field of infinite possibilities, the solution we think is the be-all and end-all may not be. And then, can we trust the universe to deliver the divine right solution? Not Bonnie's solution, not Pat's solution, not Diane's solution, not Shirley's solution, the divine right solution. And to accept that, and open to that with faith and trust. That this truly is how this is meant to unfold, even if it's not how we had hoped it was going to unfold. One more time, I really want to drill this down into our psyches. You wondering how would be as silly as me wondering why. I don't, and neither should you. I mean, let's not be that crazy. The universe. So today, I bless you all with the gift of releasing how. Let go of how. Think about your why, play around with your why, revel in your why. Let go of how. Have an awesome day. Those of you who are joining me tonight on Lighten Your Load, week number 3, can't wait to get together with you. The curriculum for tonight's class just flowed yesterday, and I was giggling at some of the stuff. So we're moving and shaking here. I am really proud of us. Yes, show up, but do not force. Absolutely, absolutely. When we try to cram that square peg into the round hole, we damage not only the peg, but the hole and our hand in terms of trying to make it happen. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. When you bang your head against the wall and it's getting bloody, hopefully you say, I need to stop doing this. Human beings, interesting creatures. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including relinquishing how. Bye-bye.